right, Black Tequila number 6.
Is this number 6? Yeah, Black Tequila number 6.
5 hasn't released yet, but we're on the 6.
Yeah, we're on the 6. We're gonna do it backwards, like fucking Star Wars.
People might not see 5. We don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know. 5 was I was borderline blacked out.
You were on the ropes for a while. It was pretty sick.
Yeah, I liked it.
I like 5.
5 was pretty good. 5 took multiple takes though, which was a first for us.
Restart this one.
No way. No.
Yeah,
no
fucking start it.
Don't
dude.
you start.
Let's talk about who Andy. Who do you hate? That seemed to be a popular subject.
I don't want to play this game.
Who do you hate, Andy?
I hate this game.
Yeah, who do you hate?
because you don't give
This
any
game.
answers, dude.
Yeah, dude. You answer stuff like a politician.
Do you hate Robert Punchar?
Well, listen, I mean, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but, he's just, I'm just kidding.
What would you rate his comedy special?
I've met this guy for like 30 seconds, so I don't want to judge.
No, the comedy special?
Well,
Did you enjoy it?
I thought it was good.
Look at me. First of all, like...
It is pretty sick.
Yeah,
I was proud of it.
Who am I to judge anybody at comedy? But at the same time, I did feel like that dude's a serial killer. I feel like there's bodies in that dude's basement. After watching that special, I was like, this felt like a... what is that called? Just mass shooters write them. The ones I was reading on the first podcast.
Elliot Rodger?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
what are they...
Manifesto.
That's what it felt like. It felt like a comedy manifesto. Like,
Yeah.
This is how this guy's going to kill 300 people.
Dude, I thought when he stood on the stool he was going to hang himself. I was like, oh, that's sick.
That's a great way
That's
to
the
end
joke I
special.
would have made. I've been like, yeah, I'm going to
I mean, he did hold like 20 people hostage for an hour. So
like when he got on the stool and he was like, if you don't like my comedy, I would just pulled out a rope like, I'll just fucking hang myself right here. I'll fucking end it all. Well, I guess that's also why I don't have a comedy special, because that humor.
If you listen very closely at the end, someone's like, "Are you going to release my family now?"
Yeah, this is really mean. I don't know this guy.
Me neither. I just seen the special and
I was just asking you guys
creeped
what
out.
you thought of his comedy special.
His comedy, I don't know. I mean, I think it was a video.
It was an hour.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
I don't know him enough to talk shit on him. Okay, yeah, it's funny. It looks like he's wearing makeup and he has too many teeth for his mouth and his face is shiny. But like, I don't know what you want me to say. Like,
hold on.
Chris.
Was
Yeah.
it better or
Where's your
worse than the
respect?
Gringo Poppy?
Better. It was better than.
All right.
It was better than Gringo Pop.
Dude, that's what we should do. Is we should
Yeah.
watch like
Compare
low-level
it.
comedy specials.
better?
Like, is it better? That's what, and you've just heard our take on better than the Gringo Poppy.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to do that? Let's go through everybody we know's comedy specials and I don't know. There's a lot of comedy albums and
Does reels
specials.
count?
Huh?
Do reels count?
No, reels don't count because, dude, most of my reels are just like I just made a reel where I'm like, yeah, I just spent all my money on Dogecoin. It's coming back up. So what if I can't pay my car payment? And a bunch of people are like, this is sad. I'll donate money to you. And then I did one about there's a truck I followed that had a pedophile hunter in the back window of it. And I was like, that's weird because I think it's weird that a sportsman would brag about thinking kids are hot. You know, because like a pedophile, you could be a pedophile hunter. Yeah, and then everybody's like, you look like a fucking pedophile. You afraid you're shaking in your butt. So yeah, that's my reels. So my reels aren't even. But you know what? Every time I post something fucking retarded, I get like a shit ton of subs. So that's what.
Dude, you
It's like better.
You've posted more stand up from your car than on stage on YouTube.
Yeah, I think YouTube. I think the algorithm pushes it more because like I've had it where if you like I've done an experiment where like 1 week the same time we'll say like 7 p.m. on a Monday I post a stand up clip, same hashtags, it'll go like 500 views. The following week, the same day, I'll redo the joke is like a confession in a car kind of thing, like a car talk, you know, like word for word the same thing. And I post it with the same hashtags, and it'll hit like 10, 20K. So I think the algorithm is getting sick of stand-up. I don't know how it can sense it, but yeah. And every time I post those videos, they get more subs too. So it might not even be the algorithm. Maybe it just feels more personal that people are watching that.
Do you want to know what I think would really drive up subscribers and likes?
What?
If you just post a lot of reels of you destroying hecklers.
Destroying hecklers?
Destroying
dude.
hecklers.
I actually used to post a bunch of shit like that. Like, it works. I had one that was comedian destroys non-heckler. I had this kid that was giving me shit in Erie, and I just like straight up bodied him like hard. But I cut out all his heckling, and it was just me randomly shitting on a guy and him just being nice to me. And everybody told me to kill myself in the comments.
So funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Andy, have you voted?
Do I need to answer that?
He's wearing a fucking cowboy hat and a jean jacket.
Yeah, have
I
you
already know who
voted?
voted for?
I have not. No.
Never.
No.
No. Are you registered?
I don't think anybody could fix our problems.
Are you registered?
No.
Why not, dude? Register.
Why?
Register. Just do it. That's what MTV told me to.
Oh, I don't listen to them.
I'm really upset. I was going to spite vote for Obama the second time to just offset. I yelled at my dad one time. I was like, I'm gonna vote for Obama just to offset your fucking your like Mitt Romney vote or whoever it was. Yeah, it was Romney too. The second one, I think.
And that, kids, is how you rebel against your
You just vote
conservative
the
dad.
opposite. Man, is your dog seizing or is she itching?
She's trying to find a spot on the ground, but like
Ah.
it's hardwood, so
Yeah,
Which
that's
is weird.
rough. Huh?
Everyone thinks oh, you must come from a big MAGA family. No, most of my family's all Democrats.
Yeah.
Like, and they're not the good Democrats either. They're the ones that are just like, yeah, that's right. We should have separate water fountains.
oh, they're like '60s Democrat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're segregation Democrats.
Yeah,
So
like,
your
we love
family's-
Kennedy.
So your Democrat family is like Republicans.
Basically.
That's what it is.
It's funny how much they share in common.
Yeah.
I remember like when Bush and was running for president,
Yeah.
the one neighbor would literally come by every time and throw away his Democrat side and put a Bush thing there and keep on driving.
Yeah.
Like they was just fighting back and forth.
Well,
so then my grandfather would do the same.
Yeah, you
like,
could thank your neighbor for 9/11.
9/11 was planned in 1976. Okay,
yeah.
we all know that.
Actually, probably before that. It's probably since the '60s.
Oh no, they were talking about false flag attacks in the '60s. I can't remember. It was like Operation.
Northwood.
Northwoods.
Yeah, when they were
Yeah.
gonna blow up like airliners and blame it on the Cubans.
Yeah, so it's like it's not everybody's like that's just conspiracies. I'm like, yeah, but that's a real plan that's
Yeah.
certified by the government. I'm like, hey guys,
Yeah.
if they thought about it once, you don't think they've done it 2 or 3, 4,
Yeah,
5
and
times?
then fucking Bush the sequel had to finish off what his dad started in the Middle East, and they needed a fucking excuse.
Oh my God, you just made George Bush Rambo.
Bush the sequel.
Yeah.
Bush too.
Like, could you imagine Rambo First Blood and First Blood Part 2's Bush Senior? Then you get Rambo 3, which is the heavy action and Middle East.
Oh, how crazy is it that like George Bush now is like everybody makes him out like he's like a funneled man that
Yeah.
paints paintings, but he,
But he was known as like an idiot
yeah.
for like ever.
Listen, Letterman roasting Bush is the best years of comedy.
Yeah.
It's 8 years of just solid roasts the whole time.
So what I'm getting from this podcast is,
I listen to a lot of
if
it.
our podcast was from 10 years ago, it would be a liberal podcast, but now it's like a fucking alt-right podcast.
No, hold on. We can make this podcast. You know, let's just talk about very liberal things for like an hour. And
Okay,
this
yeah.
will be our
Let's do
liberal-
just a liberal edition podcast.
Actually, here's
you
one
want to see
thing.
my head explode, don't you?
This
watch
isn't
this
a
cowboy act
liberal
go through the
take,
roof.
Yeah.
but like, where did all of the like overly woke things go? Remember, like there was like the 4 blocks in Seattle that was its own fucking zone, and there was encampments and people just
Isn't
like,
that shit's
still
still
going
going on?
Is
yeah.
it?
They
Yeah,
just
it's still going on.
expanded.
Then like
They
San
just
Francisco's on fire. Yeah, it's crazy over there, man.
but at least they're free from conservative tyranny,
Yeah.
which is what we should go for because we're liberals.
Yeah.
Conservative tyranny?
Huh?
What? We should go for conservative tyranny?
No, like it's
No, but-
good. They're the San Francisco should burn down because they're free.
I hope Trump wins again so I can be a far left wing cancel culture comedian.
Ooh,
Because when I started, it was right when he won, and then everybody told me I couldn't say retard on stage. And I got yelled at, and I was told I was racist for making fun of Italian people and stuff. But now I feel like I've done it long enough. It could be my turn to cancel people, but we don't have a catalyst. The environment is not conducive for, look at me, I'm fixing America kind of comedians. So I really think that a Republican win could be a lot of fun for me.
who should we cancel first?
Who will we cancel? Okay, so scenario.
Let's cancel
2025. We're going to go into the future. 2025, 2026. Trump's the president again. And me, Josh, and Andy are gatekeepers at an open mic who don't get any shows. And we're looking to take out somebody in the local scene.
I mean, I think Chuck Lewis is high up on my list of getting canceled. I feel like he deserves
That
it.
would cancel it. It's like, what do you think? You're so high up in the air you can breathe all the oxygen?
Yeah.
You're fucking...
Also, you should hear how he raps in the car. It's borderline.
Oh yeah, he's cancelable. Louis Patron going down. Just subject matter.
Will Louis be alive though by this point in time, or do you think that, will he even be Louis Patron? He might have a whole new name, dude.
Yeah,
he might be like rapping in a different country. Dude.
Yeah, he might be banned.
He's a Bangladesh rapper in 25-26.
Yeah, Bangladesh rapper.
What if he just changed his first name just to Louis?
Yeah.
So it's still spelled the same. He just leaves out the Louis.
No, but I'm trying to think of who I would cancel as a super woke. I cancel college. I would cancel Kadar for all his racist jokes. I would cancel him. I would cancel. Who else would I cancel? I would cancel Trevor.
We need to bleep this one. If I say it, will you bleep it?
What, you want me to beep it? Okay, yeah.
So we should.
Whoa.
Yeah. We gotta cancel that fucker before she cancels us first. That's what it is. Yeah.
It's a cancel roulette, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna beep this one too, right?
Yeah. Right.
I'm gonna fucking
Whoa.
whatever sex crime I know he committed. I'm just gonna what my crime, but not against children because that doesn't seem to matter to these people. Against a consenting adult that changed their mind.
He looks like he kidnaps people at Home Goods.
Yeah, it looks like he kidnaps people for 20 minutes at a time during stand-up shows.
Oh,
you fucking.
Whoa.
God damn!
They're just checking boxes, dude, boys. Checking boxes.
This is a liberal podcast.
This is a liberal podcast.
Whoa.
This is just I'll
definitely send this to me to edit before.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna have a lot of work. I'm gonna have a lot of work to do on this one.
I love the name of this podcast. It's gonna be definitely a liberal podcast.
Definitely a liberal podcast.
By the way, should we just start doing a podcast where it's just nothing but just weird edits?
I don't have enough time to do another podcast.
Yeah.
No, I meant like, should we just do this podcast and just say like wildly stuff that has to be edited later, just to give Chris something to do?
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna have a lot to do on this one. Give me a. Well, I mean, we have a week to go, anyways. Who else could we?
I know who
canceled. Could you go to the Pittsburgh Comedy Open Mics page and just open up a mic sign up, and we're gonna talk about how us woke comics are gonna cancel people. All right, who do we have first? I'll tell you how. Okay, we already addressed that one. All right, so Eric Williams.
I'm canceling Steve Hofstetter.
Oh, you're going against the big dog now.
Yeah,
damn, dude.
Yeah. How are you going to cancel him?
Because I went to his show and he destroyed me as a heckler, so now I want to cancel him.
No, Jesus. Are we just going to lift bits from other podcasts, Andy? Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
It's okay. I still
Well,
love
it's
you.
better than saying that he would, what's that word? Eliminate?
Eliminate? What?
Eliminate.
All right. So here's the sign-ups. What are we going to do here?
I mean, Eric Williams, he's not going to get canceled, but his vocal cords will die.
Yeah, he talks really loud. I'm gonna cancel Eric Williams for being so loud and that being politically incorrect to people with sensory overload issues. It's loud, but this podcast is fucking horrible already today.
No, it's not.
No, this is just a liberal podcast. We don't have.
Yeah,
to
it's just a little. Okay, Pete Morris is next on the list.
I mean, we don't have to go down this list. You brought up this.
Yeah, I'm just saying this is who we're gonna cancel here.
I mean,
okay, pick somebody else. Who should we cancel with? Because we're woke.
What about Andy Rice?
Oh yeah, Andy Rice is getting canceled, dude, for all those slurs he set off. He's getting old school cancellation.
What about Shabetta, dude?
Drew Shabetta. Drew Shabetta's getting cancer.
He's
canceled.
Cancer
No, I meant canceled. He's getting canceled. I'm gonna give him cancer. That's how hard I'm gonna cancel Drew Shabetta so hard. I'm giving him cancer, and I'm doing it because he is a straight white male in the upper middle class. He is the oppressor.
Dude, the oppressors are what's bringing us down in life.
Yeah, the oppressors. Yeah, dude, he's a straight white male oppressor colonizer. That's what Drew Shabetta is.
I mean, if I see one more date at an open mic, I'm gonna go crazy. Does he even respect these women?
No, I don't. I don't even think.
I don't even like. I bet he just fucks them and then. I bet he just fucks them and then sends them on their way.
Yeah, dude. I bet.
No condom either. No respect.
Yeah, Drew's getting canceled for doing the old pump and dump.
You like that, ladies?
He goes on stage. He goes, "I'm Drew Pump and Dump Shabetta."
Drew Pump and Dump Shabetta.
You guys like that?
Much like the Midwest gas station chain, I gotta come and go.
Thank you. Come
That's
again.
a good. That's a nice
Oh
one
my
there.
god.
I mean, dude, there's just so many things.
There's-
There's so many things wrong with Shabetta. Where do I begin?
Yeah, we're just gonna cancel this.
He doesn't
shit
even
out of-
like dogs.
Yeah, dude.
He had a dog show. He doesn't own a dog.
Yeah, dude. Canceled.
May I Pet Your Dog was his dog show. He literally looked at me. He's like, I've murdered a dog.
Yeah, he's getting canceled for that.
It depends what kind of dog it was. Was it like,
Well, it's
was
it's
it
a
a
no-
rabid
it
dog?
doesn't
Like,
have
then,
a
yeah,
dog.
put it down. Like,
Now, one thing that Shabetta does right, though,
Yeah,
is that he has paid for multiple abortions.
yeah, that's very good.
Being pro-choice is...
Everybody, let's get a round of applause for Drew Shabetta
Edit that
aborting
in.
children. Yeah. Cue it now.
This is just a liberal podcast. I'm
Yeah,
just
it's
being
a
liberal here.
podcast for liberal comedians. It's funny because in real life, I'm not a Republican, but this is really funny. Dude. This is really.
dude, I couldn't do that. I'd be like, if I was him and I was on mushrooms, I'd be like, my zombie babies are gonna
Dude,
get me.
how sick would it be to be on mushrooms while paying for an abortion?
You don't think it hasn't been done?
Yeah,
yet?
probably.
It's been done since they started doing them.
All right, who else can we cancel?
So
Is this is a stupid. This is
a
a stupid fucking section.
You
bit.
know what's the stupid section?
Just this bit. Is it dumb? Wait, we list people and cancel?
No, that's just dumb. Yeah,
Yeah, let's move on.
yeah.
We just
I
cut
was
that
just
whole
looking
part
up
out.
liberal beliefs. What makes you a liberal?
Okay, well, so what it is, I'm very pro-minority, I am very pro-LGBT, and I'm a pro-disability, yet I don't have any friends in any of those categories. That's what I am. I do. That's what like. I'm the kind of liberal that like I am super pro, low income minority neighborhoods. But every time I walk through, I lock the doors on my car on the way to the Starbucks that I'm excited opened in it. That's what.
And then I go into the Starbucks and I see the homeless people there and I go, ew.
Ew, get them out of here.
Get them out of here. But you know what? But they should have a place to stay.
Put on the classical music to make them go.
That's fair.
They need a place to
They
stay.
do. I mean, hey, you're building all these apartments that nobody can live in.
Yeah.
Nobody can live in.
Well, that's
these
the Chinese.
apartments.
I actually think what we should do is euthanize all the homeless people, grind them up, and feed the Palestinian children with it.
Oh my god.
Jesus, you know,
That's my
So agree.
it's a hot take.
That's my woke.
That's a very hot take.
I mean, you're taking care of two problems in one,
Yeah.
but still, like,
Yeah.
I was gonna say two birds with one stone, but it's like, is it two Hamas with one stone? Is that?
by the way, has anyone seen the video yet? Because like, I go on Twitter and I get the most violent crime shoved in my face. But I did get to see the guy light himself on fire in front of the embassy.
No, I didn't watch that one.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that one was a little
Did
I
he
heard
flail
about
around
that.
or did he sit through it?
Listen,
My
Now-
Twitter's mostly just titties, dude.
if we
That's-
want to talk conspiracies here,
Uh-huh.
this dude dumps gas on himself, lights himself on fire. Now here's my thing.
Sick.
They try to liken it to this other guy that did it. like
Yes,
this monk.
yeah, that's what I mean. The
But
monk
here's the
did
difference,
it.
though. The monk has like taken years to like can learn how to control every fiber of his being. You're telling me that some twink in the Air Force?
That's not. Hey, hold on. What do you mean by twink?
Yeah,
I'm a liberal.
yeah, yeah. What do you
Look
mean
at
by
him.
twinking?
Look
I'm a
at
liberal.
Yeah, what
Anyway,
do you say about twink?
Listen, shh.
That's a quite degrading term to the.
Hang on a second.
to
You're
that
gonna tell me
community.
To
that
the
this
young
dude,
gays.
This dude here, which you know he probably cries when the wind blows, dumped gas on himself, lit himself on fire. Instead of screaming in pain, just keeps yelling, "Free Palestine!"
Dude, how much Viking do you think he was
No,
on? To like,
he wasn't on anything. I'll tell you what he was on. He was whatever the government shot him up with and said, march off and light yourself on fire. That's what God wants you to do. And he went and did that, high on mushrooms, ain't feeling no pain, and is just chilling. And just yelling his stuff
until
out.
he fell over.
Yeah.
Wow,
I guarantee that's what happened.
dude, I
And
wish.
the body's charged, so you can't test it to see if he was dosed.
You know what's crazy too is like
I didn't see anybody put him out.
I care about a problem so much that doesn't really affect me. I mean, it's a terrible tragedy. But be like, I'm gonna kill myself for it. Like it's such a
Yeah.
great like I don't know what out there.
Because they went right back to bombing the next day. Like, oh, okay, this dude lit himself on fire. Ooh.
Like that's almost like the equivalent of going out to war, like being like a civil war, being like I'm gonna stand across from this other guy, and let him just shoot another gun at me.
That's like lighting a candle at a vigil. What are you doing?
Well, I mean that's pretty good for Josh's business.
What?
Vigils.
Yeah, I wish he dumped himself in stovetop candle wax. And
That's
lit
what
himself
I
on
do.
fire.
So,
Wow,
next
oh,
time
do
you
some
see,
candle-
like-
I'm saying, like, real quick. So, Josh, can we talk? Is it openly known you have a candle business?
Yeah.
All right, Josh has a candle business, so he can realistically profit off of tragedies. So if there's like a mass shooting anywhere, please call what's your candle company?
Stovetop candles.
Call Stovetop Candles for your
Half
vigil.
off to funerals.
Yeah, half off to funerals.
Dude, if I was you, wait for like someone gets shot in Pittsburgh. Just wait for the next shooting and set up a stand right near the scene.
Oh my god.
And just start saying candles for the vigil, candles like.
I mean, I wanted to pander a lot. Like, I wanted to make pay a bunch of money to make this like online voting thing where like if you bought a Trump candle from me, it would vote. Like it would be like the race 2024 stovetop candles, and like it would turn the state to different colors where I got purchases from.
Yeah,
So like, and I'd make them like apple pie,
Yeah.
nice American scent,
yeah,
and like make a Biden candle and make a
yeah. And then the race that Biden's would have to be ice cream.
ice cream.
He's always eating ice cream.
I'd probably make it. I don't know what I'd make Biden's.
It'd be ice cream. Did you see the latest video? He's eating ice cream in a suit, and they're like, "Hey, what's going on with the ceasefire?" Like, yep. I don't know if it happened yet, but it's gonna happen. And they start eating ice cream more. Dude
like-
loves ice cream. Dude.
It's like dudes at his retirement home lunch. It
Yeah.
just,
Then Trump loves McDonald's.
and both of them became presidents.
It looks like great news, guys. My diet has me set to be a geriatric leader of the free
We're
world.
dead by 45, but your choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about environmental justice?
Environmental justice.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about it. Every time I see a lantern fly, I stomp it out, and I'm like, "That's what you get."
I bet you know what Andy does to lantern flies?
Huh.
Andy steps on it, yells, "Go back to your country where you
yeah.
belong."
Go back, Chinaman.
Get your Chinese bugs out of my yard.
Yeah. Get out of here with your Marxist politics.
Dude, first of all, I tried to fight a lanternfly. They clearly are from another country because they know very good dodging moves.
Would you say that they're the Bruce Lee of insects?
Well, all I know is when I went to step on one, it went, whoa!
It backed up.
It did.
Yeah.
Like I tried to stomp on it, because I figured my weight is perfect to kill a lanternfly, and I went to stomp on it, and it went pew, and jumped away, and I
Yeah.
was like, holy shit!
No, what you have to do is you have to get in front of them because they jump into your foot and then you stomp them down midair. It's sick.
But I'm like, what bug learns how to jump?
A lot of them.
Grasshoppers,
Yeah.
crickets, fucking spiders, Andy.
Yeah, but they don't. Well, first of all,
I've never seen this before. It's crazy.
I thought grasshoppers just jump.
The grasshoppers don't jump; they hop.
By the way,
Hence-
Jiminy Cricket is not a very good-looking grasshopper.
I think Jiminy Cricket's a total fucking
Well, that's
slam
Jiminy-
piece,
Jiminy
Andy.
Cricket.
Yeah, pull up, type in Jiminy Cricket hentai.
How do you spell Jiminy?
Jimminy, I think. Oh, dude, you should go into AI and do Jiminy Cricket with a fat ass. Oh yeah,
There has to
it's just
be.
probably Pinocchio with his nose going through him. Is that exactly what it was? Oh my! What the fuck is that, dude? What the fuck?
Always let your conscience be your guide.
What is that? What is it? It's like he's on a rock hard dick. That's weird.
That's Tinkerbell.
Okay.
Tinkerbell I can see, but
There-
the
there's a-
Jiminy Cricket one, I didn't have to. Wow.
You guys asked for this shit. Oh my
Whoa.
god.
Jiminy Cricket's
That's a
getting
finger.
Tinkerbell.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is a wild one.
Why would somebody draw this shit? I really want to know. Oh, there you go.
There
It's,
you
go.
go.
Why
Good
is
for- good
Tinkerbell
for
in
him.
handcuffs?
Good for him.
Dude, this is some crazy. People are into this. People jerk off to this.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Just don't
That-
look up,
that-
don't look up Zootopia.
That new girl we were just talking about, she says she loves hentai.
Yeah, you know, she said that she would pleasure herself at least once a day to hentai.
Yeah, that was TMI. It was like, okay. You a hentai guy?
I remember, because like I said, you grow up in the sticks and you're sheltered from the world.
So you have to draw your own pornography.
So
and
when you
jack
find
off
out
to it?
when someone explains to you what things are, you're like, that's a thing? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, I guess I could see it. If like, imagine like all your life you grew up and you never watched anything in your like else. You never watched TV. All someone left you was a box of VHS Disney movies.
Yeah.
I could see how that would like, one guy's like, I had nothing else.
I grew up playing with Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. I don't jack off to Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. Like, I just don't understand.
Even when you're on the road, when you're like, sleeping in your car on the road?
Yeah, I just sleep in my car on the road every time a truck pulls up. Like, oh, fuck.
You get a tap on the window, like, word, $20. Well, I need to get gas to get home.
All right, you guys, how about, I have an idea for a fun game.
What?
We have to pick a side, conservative or liberal, and then we have a debate. It's and one of us is a moderator. Do you want to do that?
I will moderate.
Yeah, what don't you like? Andy, which one do you want to be? Do you want to be conservative or liberal for the first one?
Be honest with your views.
Because here's the thing, right? It's all just rich people trying to keep us divided.
I like it.
It's the same thing. All right, okay.
You know what I don't like about conservatives?
Huh?
They don't believe in human dignity, dude.
How so?
I don't know. I'm just reading Google while saying
All right,
bullet points.
Let's go. Give us some subjects. Me and Andy are going to debate. Andy, do you want to be a conservative or a liberal for this one?
I'll be a liberal for this one.
Okay, I'll be a conservative for this one.
Andy, Andy and Chris, what is your view, or how do you feel about how the pull out of Iraq went? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like it went well?
Went very well. I think they did the best job that they could have ever done. You know what I mean? Just and besides, they need to rebuild. They can sell those and get more money out of it that could help them rebuild. So I think it was a win-win.
Pause, moderator. You just said that you're happy that we funded the Taliban so they can rebuild their country.
Yes. Why not? They deserve to have the same rights as everyone else.
Hottest take ever.
Besides, we brought them on to 9/11, so we poked the bear. Maybe we call it even.
We call it even. All right, Mr. Conservative Chris Scriva.
I think we left too prematurely. We didn't milk them dry of all their oil. I know they have a weapon of mass destruction in one of their mountain caves. I just know it. So I'm not gonna be satisfied until they're all dead. That's what. And then I'm gonna open up a whole bunch of McDonald's and hotels there, and rebuild their economy with good American money.
People are gonna say it's the Dubai of the Middle East.
Yeah, they're gonna say it's Dubai. They're gonna.
It's the dumbest sentence I said on purpose.
People are gonna say it's the Robinson Town Center of the Middle East.
All right, you guys ready for your next one? You ready to be conservative, Andy? I have a great one for you.
Oh wait, so he's conservative now?
Yeah,
He's flip-flopping? Okay, now I'm a liberal now. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about how the police handled the George Floyd situation?
Yeah, Andy,
Chris goes first.
No, Andy.
Oh,
I would love for
Andy.
you to,
No, we're gonna hear from you.
you're first.
Oh, this is one I'm like, thank God.
I hate you so much. Dick Comics, I love you, buddy.
There's no way out. Yeah, how do you feel?
I got one for Chris next. It's good too.
I got one. I mean, okay, so I'm liberal on this, right?
No.
You're very conservative.
You're on the wrong side of history here, bud.
Well, I mean, I think that the biggest takeaway is, next time they tell you to stop, just stop. Just stop resisting. That's just what you need to stop doing. If people just followed the law, you wouldn't have this problem. You know what I mean? Like, he was probably doing something, deserved it anyway, so it's fine.
All right, let's break character for a second. Andy, substantiate yourself because you're also a white person who's not that conservative.
I'm not that conservative, I swear to God.
Okay.
No, the use of force, no matter what he was doing, did not require that, so I completely agree they were out of line.
Okay, that's all you needed to say? Chris, your take on George Floyd.
So when Andy backpedaled really hard there, he just said My exact take. It was an excessive use of force. It was didn't the police, they had a history with the guy and they were trying to go after him too, and it was very, very fucked up and sad situation, unlike my racist opponent.
No, I am looking at my notes, and it says here that he was on fentanyl. Andy, does that make you angry?
I mean, what did you expect? You told me to play a part. You didn't tell me to go full method. Well, I'm no longer getting gaslight comedy. I'm not on anything in the city. I'm stuck doing West Virginia shows to rural areas.
That's the best answer. I can't breathe.
Neither could he.
Oh shit, dude, Andy.
Don't tag it. Don't tag it, Andy.
Yeah, don't tag it, dude.
Leave it be.
Little do we know, Andy is a method actor.
Oh, Andy, that was the greatest answer you could have given. Oh, this is a great game. Are you guys ready for the next one?
Okay, well, yeah, my rebuttal was the opioid pandemic is something that shouldn't be laughed at. It's very, very sad. I think the pharmaceutical companies responsible for it should pay the full fucking price for what they've done.
With all due respect, sir, we need to make our money too. Mind your business.
I, a politician, also invest in them.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
I believe that's the...
That's the
Well,
greatest
your
answer of
people
all
put
time.
Yeah.
Oh, only politics are really that funny.
Yeah. No, but the reason it's funny is because that's like the shit they do.
Yeah, it's actually, that's just like a real take. Yeah,
That's like something like fucking
That's
Nikki
a
Haley
real
would just
take.
like say, dude.
It's so crazy that was like, you know, that's like my grandma at the dinner table, like level bad. Like she would be like, I don't get it. If you watching out there just doing drugs, like what? You know what? That is like a Norm Macdonald level of like, I'm gonna be ironically the other way so hard that you have to hate it. Like,
I will
dude,
say
that was
that
so funny.
That might have been like the idea, like, you know, well, you were on drugs, so like, you know, that's what happens to you. That would have been my take, like when I was really like, you know, like high school, like early, like
before
20s.
you know anything outside of Washington
No,
County.
until I watched Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Now listen. This sounds ridiculous, but hold up. Have you seen the Kingsman: The Golden Circle?
Yeah, it's like James
Is that
Bond
the
for little
first
kids,
one?
dude.
Right, no,
Fucking
first of all, it's James Bond with an R rating. Let's go here. So
Is it the first one?
No, that's the second one. The
Second
second
one.
one's when he comes back with an eye patch.
And they go
Channing Tatum's
if they
in
go
it.
to America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the basic plot is that this woman, she wants to be the lead manufacturer of drugs.
Yeah.
Like how alcohol is legal, she wants to sell drugs. She goes, they'll be 100% safe because I'm manufacturing this in my secret underground government facility, like whatever. But what she does is that she starts putting new drugs out there, and like she's lacing them, like with fentanyl. Like it wasn't fentanyl; it was like some weird, you know, crazy spy.
It's probably
super
based
drug.
on that.
But like, it starts off like where they get all loopy, and then they start like getting all they get all dancey
Yeah.
or whatever, and then they basically start bleeding from their eyes. And
Yeah.
die. So here's the part in the movie changed, because at first, like, they said, you know, not everyone who has done drugs is a drug addict. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm listening to the point, and the woman goes, like, she starts having the symptoms. It's trying to argue, like, why we should do something. Because the president's like, why? We get rid of all the drug users. We don't have a drug problem no more. That's actually pretty good logic. But, like, the woman goes, well, you know, my job is stressful. I go home and I smoke a joint, and her stuff's laced, and now she's going to die. And he goes, well, that's what you get for doing drugs. And I'm like, oh, man. Like, it did change my viewpoint, because I'm like, yeah, there are people out there who are just like, you know, some young kid out somewhere that tries mushrooms for the first time. And then he dies because, you know, oh, we just let him die. But what if it's his kid? Like, it just changed my viewpoint on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So there's two things I want to talk about on this. So the first one is I heard a lot of the reasons that fentanyl is making its way into a lot of drugs, like it started out in heroin, is because supposedly like lithium is like super high concentrations in Mexico, and the cartels, they for years they harvested marijuana. Marijuana is like a super harsh plant. It sucks all the nutrients out of the soil. Right, it's like we have, even just from like in our broccoli and shit here in the United States, from over farming, we don't have a lot of chromium. Like you should probably supplement with chromium and stuff, but down there it sucks the fields completely dry. And just like with nutrition and food, it's like the potency of the drug. They started growing heroin down there because that's kind of like the new, thanks to the whole pharmaceutical world pushing those pills on people and everybody having to switch to heroin. Heroin got really big, and this is my understanding that Chinese businessmen made agreements with the cartels of, if you give us access to your lithium mines, we can supply you with fentanyl and spike the heroin to get the potency up. So that's I don't remember where
that is crazy.
I read or watched something about that, but supposedly that is why the fentanyl is making its way into that, and then I don't know why it's making it to other drugs. It sounds like somebody like really trying to harm somebody.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like the origin of that. And then it is fucked up if you really think about the whole opioid epidemic. Like a lot of those people, they were like good people. It's easy to look at like a drug addict and be like, oh, you're just some drugged out piece of shit, like whatever. Sometimes like I know a person like this personally in my life. They're a mechanic. They had like a whole big career. They have all these like hundreds of $1,000s worth of tools, like all kind of stuff. They get into a car accident. They had to start taking pills. And some people, they get addicted to stuff faster than others. Mm-hmm. So they take the pills, and then they started getting their especially like down south, that's like a little bit more prominent. They start getting scripts for more and more pills, and they start doing the pills, and then that's not enough. And then they having to start doing like stealing other people's pills when they get cut off, and then they made everything like illegal, like you can't get like Oxycontins and shit anymore. So then they switched to heroin because the leftover pills were too expensive. They start off like snorting heroin, they start smoking heroin, then shooting heroin, and then they go into fentanyl, and it's like a downward spiral. So there's like a lot of actually like really it's innocent people. That's why it's not really like street dudes and stuff doing it. There's like a lot of upper middle class, like middle class people that are involved in this.
Yeah,
it's
my
like
brother's recovered for a year now. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah,
and you didn't come from rough family, did you? Like a poor, pretty normal family, I think.
I mean,
yeah.
my dad's a bit of a booze bag, so
yeah.
I mean, we all have addiction, so yeah.
Yeah, but still,
As I'm sitting here as a big tub of lard.
Yeah, you're addicted to Big Macs.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah.
Today was double stacks, but yeah.
Yeah, double stacks.
Okay.
It's funny when Trevor talks about on stage about his addictions and stuff.
Yeah.
And like people comparing to food.
Yeah.
Like I'm that guy that would compare it to food.
Yeah.
Because I totally understand the whole if you're hungry and like especially if you're stressed about something, like you'll overeat just because it's just like it's there. And
right.
It makes you feel good, and I get it. And like you're not like doing crazy stuff for drugs, but it's like you're hungry, like you'll eat anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
There's a food addiction too. It's probably, I don't know if it's like good to compare the two, because I don't know if I've ever sucked a dick for fucking chicken nuggets, but
well,
like
I mean, every day you get a little closer.
Have you had Chick-fil-A,
every day I
sir?
get a little bit
Have
closer.
You had Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, I have.
That's all I'm saying.
Did you pay back your Uber debt yet?
Yeah, I did. I'm in the green. Yeah. I'm in the green.
Hey, can I
my
get,
website renews tomorrow?
I know that we're kind of past the bit, but I had one more good one.
Okay. Ooh. What side are we on?
You're conservative.
Okay.
You're a liberal, Andy.
I need it so bad. I need some.
Okay.
This is so bad.
All right, now it's funny again. This is Andy's redemption round. We know this is a big problem in 2024, and it's going to be a big year.
Yeah.
We're going to hear a lot about it. What do you guys think of the migrant situation in our borders? Chris, you may go first.
So I'm quite conflicted. As much as I don't want them in the country, maybe it can stimulate the economy for building little kid cages.
That's your conservative
That's
take?
my conservative take.
Right.
I think it could fund the economy. So the ones we kick out, kick them out. But the ones we keep them in the cages, keep building cages. Maybe if we stack enough cages, it'll make up a wall.
Do you think we should have a wall?
Nothing's more terrifying than having a wall full of children looking at you.
That's actually really funny.
Especially when you shine a light in their eyes.
Do you think we should have a wall?
Of course we should have a wall. I mean, we already do have a wall, but I think it needs to be taller.
Do you think that here's a conservative take, and just tell me if you agree with it. This comes from David Rittenauer Sr., which is my grandfather.
Yeah.
This now now he's also a conservative. So just let me know if you agree with this.
Yeah.
He said that we should just shoot a few of them,
Yeah.
just to show what could happen.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be a good idea to deter migrants?
No, these people are determined.
They're just gonna walk through bullets.
They'll walk through bullets.
It'd be funny is like if you get shot 50 yards out.
Yeah.
You get shot in like a non-lethal spot every single time, and if you can make it through like 3 bullets in 50 yards, you're just an American.
Yeah.
Because that's basically living in Chicago. So.
Yeah, it's basically the Squid Games with brown
50
people.
Cent.
That's what we should do. Is just round up migrants. And
Yeah,
play
make
Squid
them play
Games.
Squid Games
For a
That's what I think.
citizenship?
Yeah. Yep.
That's actually like a very wildly insane, reasonable take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
the thing is, you get to sell the viewing rights because you see how big Squid Game was.
See, he's a liberal, so he's in entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay-per-view entertainment right there.
We actually, and you know what we could do too is we can actually find out the political views of these migrants, and then just do season 1 on.
Actually, hold on. We're up for election.
What?
Are we up for election? Me and Andy. Are we?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I think migrants are great people. I think we should give them the right to vote. I really think that Hondurans. I've always been a big fan of Honduras, and I welcome you to our communities. Just vote for me. Remember, I said that, and forget what I said about stacking little kid cages to keep you out.
All right, Andy. Redemption round. Liberal Andy. How do you feel about the migrant situation?
I think it's great that all these people come over. I mean, America is the land of opportunity. So why should they not be allowed to have the opportunity to come live with you? I mean, we're all Americans. We're all people of the world. Just let them come live with you. You know what I mean?
I think we should just
open your homes.
We should just fly them all to Epstein's Island.
Yeah, what's going on there?
It's not being used anymore. We can put them in a tropical paradise.
All right, ready? Here's another one. Okay. Andy, you're Donald Trump.
Oh, God.
Chris Screevy, you're Joe Biden.
Okay.
Do you guys know who Jeffrey Epstein is, and have you ever been on his island? This is like crazy hard improv.
That's his Joe Biden.
Yeah, that's a good Joe Biden.
He just go,
Listen, man. Sometimes you gotta take a flight, and that's why. Any other questions?
look at this man. He doesn't even know how to answer a question. Look at him. Of course he knows Jeffrey Epstein. I've only known him in passing. He's an alright guy. You know, he did some bad things, but he's not that bad. He gave me tickets once to a game. He was a cool guy.
Was it a game 2 kids fucking each other?
No, it was a wrestling match.
Donald Trump's
though.
favorite sport.
It was a wrestling match. Vince was there. Vince was a great guy.
Dude, you know what actually would be really funny is if
They were friends, actually.
if they did a new season of The Apprentice when it was all migrants. And you're fired means you have to go back up. They should take captured migrants.
Deported. That's the part.
Listen, you were seriously thought
You have to run. How it is like, okay, so Donald Trump is running it, and you're trying to be a congressperson in the United States. You get deported if you lose.
I'm mad that the one celebrity we got as president, or no, I'm sorry, the 2 celebrities we got as president, because Ronald Reagan was a movie star too.
Yeah.
Why did we not get Arnold?
He wasn't born in America.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
but
good
like,
start.
did you watch Demolition Man? They easily wrote in that they amended that amendment.
Yeah, I really
because he
think
was how popular.
I really think that we should have a Austrian-born man run a country that he wasn't from. That has never went wrong.
Yeah, that wouldn't open up a can of worms to basically just have a legitimate Chinese person as our
but also
like a
when's
Chinese man.
Josh, when's the last time an Austrian man ran another country and did something bad?
Oh, Austria-Hungary. That's World War One.
Yeah, World War fucking II. Hitler is from fucking Austria.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, also,
but Arnold knows better. So
Yeah,
he's
Arnold-
good.
oh, Austria-Hungary was Germany, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, California voted for him. Oh well.
What? But he was also a Republican.
Hitler?
No, they voted for Arnold to be their governor.
Could you imagine this would be a hot take in like 1940 or 39 is like there's someone in America just like in New York being like, you know, say what you will about him, but that Hitler man, he's doing things in Germany.
There was he was on Times Magazine Man of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know that? Like
Yeah,
1933,
what year was it?
I think.
38.
Was it 38?
Yeah.
So there was probably people being like, man, he's way better than who was
Taylor Swift was.
It was before Truman because that Truman dropped the bomb. So who was before Truman?
He's Time Magazine's people.
Yeah, is it crazy that him and Henry Ford are like BFFs and like Henry had like a picture of him on his desk, and like he based like the whole idea of starting Volkswagen off of Ford, and they're just like friends. So he's friends with a bunch of people over here.
So by the way, what
Yeah, so Roosevelt, they'd be like, that fucking Roosevelt, fuck him. That Hitler guy, he's doing things over there. Like, like that's what they would have said.
So here's my thing.
Even though Roosevelt was pretty much shit.
Was Hitler conservative or was he left liberal?
He was a murderer.
Well, I mean, like he was like a nationalist. So he's a nationalist. Wasn't that like? Still, I don't know. What's that? National Socialist was not really.
AI tells you was Hitler.
Well, I mean, you could just Google was Hitler a conservative or liberal.
You're here, knock at your door.
Yeah, it's Hitler. It's like
the Men in Black show up.
Yeah.
Political views of Adolf Hitler.
Okay, let's see what Andy agrees with.
A lot of it, so his writings and methods were often adapted to need and to circumstance, although there were some steady themes including anti-Semitism, anti-communism, anti-parliamentation, living space, belief in the superiority of the Aryan race, and an extreme form of German nationalism. Hitler personally claimed that he was fighting against Jewish Marxism. So wait, basically Putin's doing that with Nazis.
Yeah, well, I mean, he had what's that, the Wagner group or whatever? Aren't they like an offshoot of like a neo-Nazi group? The ones that he was working with, and they like turned on him for a little bit. That was the thing.
I don't think it was them. I think that there was actually sects of the Ukrainian army.
Yeah.
That were Nazis. They're like what is it called? It's not white supremacists. What like neo-Nazis? Yeah, that's what yeah.
I thought they were neo-Nazi, but I thought he worked with that group that was.
Wagner Group. I thought was just a private group.
It is, but they have ties to like neo-Nazism, don't they?
Bro, do you think that dude's alive or dead?
It's dead.
The head of the Wagner Group.
I thought he was dead. I thought it was like they did kill him.
Yeah, but then they also like released a video of him somewhere, without a date, obviously, but like in Africa.
Well, if he was dead, if he's alive, he probably wishes he was dead. I'd be so afraid of that motherfucker.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but you're like, that's so crazy too. Because that group, could you imagine owning a private militia group and being like, yeah, we're gonna go fight these rebels in this area. We're gonna get paid, millions and millions and millions of dollars to do it. Yeah, it's crazy.
There's a lot of people that probably think they could do that.
Yeah, I mean,
this guy actually did it.
You know what's funny?
Huh?
Is the people that think that like the stand your ground people, like, well, you would fight if they would ever come to our soil, and it's like 55% of us are obese and lazy. Like,
a 58-year-old man driving a Ford Ranger with a fucking semi-auto gun does not.
With diabetes and losing a foot.
Yeah,
is gonna. Yeah. How was your piss, Andy? Did you have a nice?
Was it a good piss?
Piss is such a weird term if you think about it.
I think it's the sound it makes.
No, that's fair. Yeah,
I guess. Yeah,
it's like a dog scared me so bad.
What?
Like
coming out the bathroom?
Yeah, I came out of the bathroom and she went, "Ruff," and it just like started like jumping all over the place. And I was like, "You scared?"
Was she like, "Rot-row, where's a racist?"
I heard what you said.
No, she was like, she's German, so she's probably down with the cause.
Well, she's like, "I hear you talking about Hitler. Let me in. Let me tell you about the Führer."
I like how every German accent you have is just Arnold.
I mean, that's the only way to do it. I mean, I used to have a history teacher that he used to do a good German accent. It was pretty good.
Hitler.
He also used to be a former Nazi.
Hey, Hitler. Yes, Himmler. Would you like to do a podcast after work today? Oh, I don't know. Ishness feel good. Ish had too much whiskey. Too much whiskey before I...
You sound like German little Nicky.
Adrian,
get in the flask.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch like the Carol Burnett show? I
Nine.
assume not.
I have no idea.
60
Carol,
or
yeah.
whatever. But there used to be a bit on there with the one guy was playing like Hitler's top interrogator, and they have this American soldier there, and they're like, "Oh, you're not gonna talk, eh?" He goes, "Maybe you'd like to answer to the Führer," and it was like a little hand puppet
Oh, that's funny.
of Hitler, and he said, if you don't answer him, he's going to hit you with this club. And he pulls out a pencil and just smacks the guy on the nose. It's the stupidest, but it's the funniest skit ever. You guys got to watch it.
So how do we wrap up this very liberal podcast, dude?
Should we tell everybody that we're not actually viewers of these viewpoints?
I think that anyone who understands any sort of satire should hopefully...
Yeah, so none of the comedians will get
none
it.
of these.
None of the comedians will
will
get it. Yeah.
Podcast and put it online.
Especially the point where we flip flop throughout, which essentially, you know what that game was? It was what I found out was whoever got labeled as a conservative is just, and again, I'm like pretty apolitical, but I think I learned something about politics by doing this. It's just like, oh, just be a big huge asshole. that's what I learned from that game. I was like, we're gonna be fair, and the other one was like, I don't know, maybe we can be nice to him. It's like put him in a fucking cage.
We actually just basically did an exercise to show how stupid it is. And it's like these people think that just like dude, there's no. This is a liberal podcast.
Yeah, this is. We accidentally did make one.
You know the bad part is that if someone, let's say, if you ever decide to run for political office, they're going to like find this episode.
Yeah.
This is going to be the clipped one where it's like, Eddie Rice says he had it coming.
Well, because the takes were so extreme from the conservative side, we can actually spin this as a liberal podcast.
Yeah.
Like we were just being, what we hear, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I just think maybe they're just so much funnier than like liberal people are just a buzzkill. I think
it's like
conservative people are like, okay, dude.
It's like arguing with a hippie.
Yeah.
Like it's not fun until they got mental illness. Then that's when it's fun to argue with them.
My favorite hot take that I was just like sitting around at my grandma's one time. Everything wild is said at my grandma's. Like this isn't the one I was going to get to, but Easter. She just looks at the TV and goes, "Why is the Little Mermaid black?" And I'm like, "We're really going to get into that on Easter? We're going to discuss why that matters."
Yeah.
But my favorite one of all time was...
Old people really didn't like that, did they?
No.
No,
Little Mermaid was white with red hair.
I'm just listen.
She's a fucking mermaid.
I know you're a nice guy.
I
you care
less.
less.
That she's black. I think she sounded amazing singing "Part of Your World."
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I'm
a
I just heard
33-year-old
that.
man. I'm not watching Little Mermaid, Andy.
First of all, I grew up on these movies. I'm allowed to watch the remakes, but I didn't. I actually didn't watch that one all the way through. But I'm like, this is not a good time to be her and to appear on land. You know what I mean? Like it's the 1800s.
That's pretty funny.
I'm just like,
That's
maybe
pretty
it's
funny.
not her best time. Like, and then they had her dressed like.
Are you? You're thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. I think. Are you trying to say that all black people should just go back to the water, Andy?
No.
Go back where they belong.
Maybe that.
No, I'm just saying it was not a good time. I would have changed the time period. Like, make it the 70s or 60s or whatever.
The 60s and 70s were so bad.
Yeah, but like
You have to make it 2024.
Highlights, like at least it's better than 1800s.
It has to be
were.
2024.
I really think the prince would have fell for her, and you think that everyone would have been okay with him falling for her?
I mean, I don't know. Benjamin Franklin fell for a bunch of black people. I don't know.
Sure, he fell. Like it's not falling if you own him.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
Jefferson.
Well,
Jefferson loved black women too, but
Yeah.
they didn't really have a choice in the matter.
This is a liberal podcast.
This is a liberal podcast.
Hottest.
I'm making fun of John.
I know you are. I say it's a liberal podcast. Don't get defensive.
Yeah, don't get defensive, Andy.
Listen, my honest political views.
You're wearing all blue right now.
His and a cowboy hat. I don't know.
I'm dressed very Canadian, so I am very liberal right now. But no, I'm just like, if my honest views are, they're very much Ron Swanson. You leave me alone, I leave you alone, and we all get along fine.
That's a pretty standard take for like 98% of people.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
My grandma, though, we're sitting around after dinner, just watching TV, and she just goes, "I think we should build a wall." This is 2012 when it was like super hot, or 2016 or whatever it was. We should build a wall, and they should all get the fuck out. And I was just like, what? Like, it was just like, okay, why do you think that? And then she had no backing for it. And I was like, do you think that every person here is like coming here for like a bad reason? And I go in this long story about how like some lady who probably her husband got killed by the cartel is now just fleeing for her life with her kid. And like, I go, would that person be allowed to come here? And she just went, I didn't really think about it like that. That seems like, and I'm like, see, that's some of these people.
What you got to do is just compare them to Mary and Joseph, and then old people are like, whoa, okay.
Mary and Jose.
Yeah, Mary and Jose.
Mary and Jose.
I think we should build an ocean wall to keep the black mermaids out.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Do you think that they should be in different lakes?
Yeah, dude.
You think they should stick to their side of the ocean?
Do you think that
I'm just saying, like, it was just not a good time period to like decide to be like, I want to go walk on water.
Do you think that I probably shouldn't even say that? Do you think
Please say it.
that the whole rumor that they're not good at swimming is being broadcast by the media to confuse them and not let them know their real powers, so being able to grow tails and breathing underwater?
That's actually a really funny take.
Oh shit! Yeah, because that's what this is about. The fucking liberal media is hiding that from black people. They go in the water.
This is Chris Shapiro, dude. Chris Shapiro's going off right now.
They fucking swim away. The true residents of Atlantis.
Oh my god.
That's the true. That's why. That's why they came ashore. They went to Georgia and they named a whole city after their homeland. Atlantis.
Not owned by the French at any point in time.
No. Black people came from the ocean.
Can I have some more of that Hennessy, Josh?
I'm 100% sober. I'm like,
Oh, this is just a liberal
I wouldn't set the
podcast.
blame on. Blackberry limeades are not a good enough excuse.
Well, that's about an hour.
I'm all fucked up on this Dasani.
Yeah.
All right.
We wrap this bitch up?
Yeah, should we?
Yeah. Well, that was Black Tequila number 6.
Yes, it was.
This is a liberal
You
podcast.
think it
It
earned
was a
the
liberal
title of
podcast.
Black Tequila Podcast? Do you think we earned the title on this one?
Yeah, that one got a little out there for a bit.
Yeah. We had to reel it in with a serious moment.
Andy, when we hit it big, I imagine you have a submarine going through the ocean. You're just locking the door.
Roll them up.
Pull up to a red light in the ocean and just turn down your biggie. All right. Go do sets of scarps.
All right.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.